Okay, this is a what's going on in this connection reading between a Virgo and a Capricorn. So I did like person A and person B, but I'm not really going to specify which is which. I'm not going to say like this is the Virgo, this is the Capricorn, so I wasn't pulling it like that. I was just more looking at the definitely this is somebody's energy over here, this is somebody's energy over here, and in the middle is what is the blessings and the lessons that could evolve from this connection. So first of all, these are very similar people. One of them's a little further along in their life lessons than the other, but they have some similar stuff. Okay, so first I'm going to talk about person A, okay? So this is the impression that they have of person B, what they're thinking and what they're feeling. And then this is kind of like the deeper stuff that is like kind of lying underneath these decisions up here, okay? So first impression, person A here is this is the King of Cups, okay? So that's, a very enthusiastic yes. I'm trying to get it in focus here. A very enthusiastic yes. Their first impression is very positive, very highly thinking of person B. Definitely wants to kind of rush on in and offer these flowers in the hand. But then they kind of do this slow their roll thing. And that's because, okay, so both people have the devil energy. So I want to talk about that. So they do a kind of, in what they're thinking, this is the devil. They're doing a kind of like a slow their roll because they're trying to master their emotions. Okay. So it's like they feel this real strong vibe, but they're like, hold on now, don't be so rash. Both of these people, I will say what I was picking up intuitively is they both have had a problem in the past with limerence. And sometimes the devil can signify limerence. So it's this person actually being wise. So they want to try to get their emotions and motivations in check to make sure that they're choosing wisely. Okay, so this is what they're feeling. They've got choosing wisely. So this is the Seven of Cups. So it's like, I just want to make sure that I'm not just, over fantasizing about this person and putting rose-colored glasses on because, I don't want to like idealize the person. That's kind of what limerence is. Limerence, when you have a traumatic childhood, you get very prone to limerence. It's like where you meet somebody and you just think they are to die for. It's that feeling. But here's what's going on, and the reason why this person has kind of gotten wiser and they choose a little bit. That's why they're slowing down and they're trying to choose wisely. The reason why is because this person's been through hell. There's a lot of heartbreak here, okay, in this person's past. So through their relationships of the past, even though there was like, look at this guy. He's like, oh my God, what a headache was that relationship. And this is emotional loss, okay? But this person was learning a lot of lessons about how to speak up, okay? Learning to speak their truth, learning to stand up for themselves. They've been through a lot of heartache. Okay, they got the Justice card here, and so when it comes to giving somebody their love, this is the Two of Cups. When it comes to giving somebody their love, what they've learned is caution, and it's because of their past that they've learned this caution, and that's what they're doing right now. They're trying to guard themselves from themselves almost in a way, because they're super excited. Well, no, this person's also excited, but let's get to them in a minute. Okay, so they feel very connected. There's a lot of attraction that is in this connection, possibly. That's another explanation of the devil on both sides, is it could be a very strong attraction, possibly. So there's some hesitation energy here, just because they've been very hurt is what it is, and they just want to make sure they've been hurt because they may have a tendency towards limerence, and or codependency. Like if they've been in relationships for a long time, limerence is something that's more fast. So it's like in the first 6 months of a whirlwind, you think you're madly in love with somebody. That's limerence, but later on, those of us that are fortunate enough to have traumatic histories, we go straight for codependency later. So, this can also symbolize codependency. And there may have been some codependency issues in this person's past, and they've had a lot of heartbreak, and they're not exactly wanting to get stomped all over again. Okay? So let's go to person B. Person B has a very similar energy to person A. Person B, however, is further along in their healing journey. Okay, so first of all, what is their impression of person A? They are enthusiastic, okay? So they are excited, they are curious. They're not as like this person's like, oh my gosh, it's more like, King of Cups is a little bit more head over heels. This is more curious, okay? So there's a curiosity here. I think that there's probably an attraction here. But then this person, okay, so in the what are they thinking? You've got moving on, okay? And there is a couple of ways to interpret that, because what this could mean is what they're thinking is they are picking up on this person's hesitation, and they think that this person might be like not choosing them kind of thing. Or they could be also thinking, no, I'm curious, it's exciting, maybe, but they also have their own hesitation. Okay, so there's a hesitation in between these two people. They also have the devil. This is the devil here in what they're feeling. So this person also could have in the past had problems with limerence, and it is showing up here as well. So they're being cautious is what's happening. So they're either perceiving this person's hesitation, and I do think that this person is hesitating because this person's kind of still got some wounds that they're licking from the past. And so they're either picking up on that hesitation, or they're also hesitating. That could also be a thing too, because they're aware of their own codependency or limerence energies themselves. Okay, so let's look at what's in their past. So the reason I say that this person is a little bit further along is because they've got the death card, which means that this person's actually been through a transformation. They've got success and growth. Okay, so this is 8 of Wands on top of death card. So this person has done the work to do a transformation. They have, so they're not in current hurt, whereas this person's kind of in current hurt. This person in the past has had a problem not seeing things clearly. So they had some rose-colored glasses when it came to idealizing people. Again, that's a symptom of limerence. They didn't bother to build a firm foundation, possibly. So maybe they got involved in partnerships kind of quickly, and maybe they actually had a pattern of that, where they got involved with people rather quickly and didn't really build that firm foundation, but kind of fell head over heels, and only to realize, oh, wow, that was a mistake, like that kind of energy. And again, they have spent a lot of time confronting their own delusions about this kind of stuff. So they have been delusional in the past. They have over-idealized people in the past, but they've done the work. They've gotten themselves out of their delusions. You got the thinking man on top of 8 of Swords in reverse here. So this is, getting yourself out of the delusions of your head, transforming. So this person is in a little bit more centered than this person. All right. So what are the lessons and blessings of this possible connection? Of course, the first thing that I pulled was the 3 of Hearts, and I was like, oh no. But actually, as I pulled the other cards, no, it's not bad. I think, first of all, we've got the 6 of Cups here, so let's talk about that. So this connection either is a soul contract, from a prior life or before this life, where both of you guys decided to enter into each other's life in order to do something, to learn or teach something for each other. Or this is a connection that is from childhood, another interpretation of that. Or it feels like a connection from childhood. That could also be. But you've got the temple path here. So this is a spiritual connection. So that's why I say that there's possibly a soul contract going on. You've got the ace of King of Pentacles. So it's a supportive, and it's a supportive relationship. It's a nurturing relationship. I think that this connection may be the kind of soulmates where, like a lot of times in my personal experience, I often will have a karmic soulmate that hurts me, and the next one heals me, and the next one hurts me, and the next one heals me. Like, seriously. Like, in the ones that heal me, they aren't necessarily love relationships. A lot of times they're actually friendships. This looks like it has a very strong vibe of a healing soul contract connection, where two people come together, who are very similar, by the way. So you guys have similar wounds and similar energies. You may have similar attachment styles. And attachment styles often have similar childhood wounds as well. So you may have that as well. So you might have certain frequencies in common. And because of that, there could be a lot of understanding in this connection, and a lot of sympathy and compassion and empathy. And this helps to heal. Another possibility too is this person is further along than this person. So this person could be a mentor or a teacher to help this person heal more. And go through a transformation, because this one's been through a transformation. So that could also be a possibility. But basically what I'm saying here is this heartache, I think that this is not a heartache connection. I think this is a healing heartache connection. I think, and it's definitely, it could be a soul contract. So a lot of your healers, we have lots of kinds of soulmates, all right? Okay, so the karmic soulmates, those are the ones that wound you. Your healing soulmates come in to help you heal that. It's the supportive, caring friend that holds space for you and then moves on. Those are the healing soulmates. You've got teaching soulmates that come in to teach you stuff. Sometimes you can have mean teachers, and sometimes you can have supportive teachers. But that's a different kind of soul contract. What I can see for this soul contract, and the reason I say it's a soul contract is because you have the spiritual thing. You have the spiritual thing here. You have to plant the seed here. You have supportive. You have the soul contract card. And then you've got heartache right in the middle of it. So I think this might be a healing. This could possibly be a healing contract connection, which I hope it is, because those are wonderful. And you guys have a lot that you can learn from each other, because you have very similar wounds and very similar understandings of how you approach love, and possibly similar attachment styles. So that's awesome. You guys may be on a nice, healing, comfortable journey. Awesome. I hope you like reading.